your position. Opposition politicians are very critical of you for, in their words, dragging your heels, and they say you owe the public an apology. Do you?
Well, grooming is a vile offence, absolutely vile, and I brought the first prosecution when I was Chief Prosecutor really 15 years ago now, so I've seen the impact directly on victims. There have been a number of inquiries with very many recommendations. I took the view that we should implement those recommendations because they've been sitting on a shelf. Vitally important we do for things like mandatory reporting, which we've already brought into place.
This Keir Starmer just got cut off, yes, kicked out, of a live interview after delivering one of the most awkward, self-defeating answers we've seen from a British Prime Minister in years. What went so wrong? And why is this moment being hailed as a political turning point by—
As a safeguard, I asked Louise Casey to look again to see if there's anything that had been missed. She's carried out that audit, she's presented that to me, I've read it in full, and on the basis of what she's found, she says there should be a national inquiry. I've looked at her report, I've considered that material. I think she's right, and that's why there'll be a national inquiry. It'll be a statutory inquiry, and it'll go wherever it needs to go. So that's the position I've taken.
By some and a complete disaster by others. Let's break it down. That IT started as a routine political interview, standard questions, a composed Prime Minister, and the usual rhetoric. But then, the conversation turned to the deeply controversial topic of grooming gangs, an issue that continues to haunt communities across the UK. Opposition politicians are very critical of you, the host began, for, in their words, dragging your heels. They say you owe the public an apology. Do you? Well, grooming is a vile offence, absolutely vile, and, I brought the first prosecution when I was Chief Prosecutor, really, 15 years ago now. Viewers were stunned. The Prime Minister, fumbling, deflecting, and seemingly relying on a decades-old case to dodge current accountability. The host pressed further, but the damage was done. The interview derailed quickly. When asked why he refused to support a full-scale national inquiry, despite mounting public pressure, Starmer doubled down. He cited numerous past inquiries and said, "I took the view that we should implement those." Social media erupted. Hashtag #StarmerOut began trending within minutes. Viewers called it dodging, gaslighting, and some even claimed he looked like a man out of his depth. And then, shockingly, the broadcast cute shorts. Officially, the station blamed technical difficulties. But insiders say Starmer's aides demanded an early wrap to contain the growing PR disaster. In the hours following the interview, the backlash intensified. Prominent figures from across the political spectrum, some even within Labour, accused Starmer of lacking transparency and empathy. One commentator remarked, "This wasn't just a misstep, it was a full-blown leadership crisis caught on camera." Could this moment mark the beginning of the end for Starmer's premiership? Or will he manage to spin his way out? Again, this isn't the first time Starmer has been accused of dodging accountability. His tenure as Director of Public Prosecutions and now as Prime Minister has seen repeated deflections when pressed about failures in prosecuting grooming gang members. Critics argue that his legal background is often used not as a tool for justice, but as a shield to avoid tough political fallout. The public reaction, fierce. Victim advocacy groups called his response tone-deaf. Constituents are demanding real answers. Meanwhile, opposition leaders are sharpening their knives, calling for Starmer to apologize, or step down. Even some within his own cabinet are reportedly uneasy, with anonymous sources leaking concerns about his judgment and ability to handle sensitive issues. As pressure mounts, Starmer's next move will be crucial. Will he finally support a full inquiry into grooming gangs? Or will his reluctance fuel growing public anger and lead to more calls for resignation? One embarrassing moment may not sink a prime minister, but when it exposes a deep disconnect between leader and people, it just might. So, what do you think? Was this just a slip-up, or did Keir Starmer reveal a deeper issue with his leadership? Should he apologize, or even step down? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more political breakdowns and behind-the-scenes insights. Until next time, stay informed, stay outspoken, and hold your leaders to account.
Welcome back guys, like this video and subscribe my channel for latest political updates and latest news. Thanks for watching.